Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice right here the ES has backed off of the previous month's high price and has hit a low here of the top of the pivot range for the month of September. Again, the top of the pivot range has been an opportunity for an early month bounce or thereabouts. Each of the last several months we've also had deeper pullbacks later in the month, but again, this is an early spot right here, 44.95 to 4500, where if price can hold this zone early on today, can hold above the previous sessions low of 45.1075, then that could lead to a bit of a bounce back into the range above, and likely could trigger a move even back to previous highs and become a bullish outside day in the most bullish respects. Now, if there's a failure to hold 45.10, previous sessions low, this could extend lower. Again, we could drop as deep as 44.50 and still be a very good opportunity to pick it up lower and push it higher later in the month. All right, let's take a look now at the NQ. Here's the NQ. You'll notice the NQ very, very narrow range. I mean, 6 days running now. If we bring this down over here to 6 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll see right here that this is basically 36% of average right now. Very, very tiny right there. Crushing move lower here from a high volatility state to a low volatility state. The last time we were that low was about right there, which is right in here, and eventually the volatility picked up over the coming 1 to 2 weeks. So we could be looking at another situation here where a pickup of volatility is due soon. If we do see a pickup of volatility, I would say about 600 points of range could be seen. Again, that means that if we were to drop first, kind of like a little shakeout here down first, call it 15.4. 15.4 plus 600 gives you 16K. That could be an easy upside target later on in the month. If we have a deeper pullback, 15.2 here would be an equally solid buy the dip opportunity and could lead to a quick move to 15.8 and perhaps into that 16K up above. So an increase of volatility likely happening soon, but right now fading the edges until proven otherwise. Let's take a look now at crude oil. This one's up 1.3% right now, 1.45% rather, up nearly 1 point on the day, and is still inside the range here that has developed over the last couple of weeks. You'll notice right here that the price continues to chop around the previous month's close price. It does also continue to hold above the previous month's midpoint. That's very important right now. So it's kind of trading in that middle zone between last month's high and last month's low. And again, even if we were to pull back, say into 66, maybe even as low as 65, there could still be a bounce back up right now. At the moment, it appears what we are kind of trapped inside this narrow range at the moment. Above 69.5 can open up the previous week's high of 70.62. Right in this area, 70.61, 70.62 in that zone. And a failure to get above 69.5 could open up a return as deep as the 67.5s down below. So we could be looking at kind of more trading range action within yesterday's range for the most part, somewhere in that area as this thing builds out. Overall, we're still watching that upper trend line. Here's that upper line right there and right here. If there's some sort of major failure up here and this thing really can't get above 70, then the next wave could be down, as we've mentioned before. So we're still watching that 70 level. So far, the two pushes through it have been rejected, and we're trading below it at the moment. So we're going to watch that level and continue to see how it reacts off that upper trend line. All right, let's take a look lastly at gold futures. Gold right now with a big day down yesterday. One of the things that we've done here recently is we've quantified on a one-day basis, those big days that happened in gold here over the last year, or you can go year to date, however you want to look at it, 13 months back to last August 2020. But this day right here was a big day. It was nearly 40 points of range. It was 39.8 points of range. And one of the things here with this one is when you get about 40 points of range in this market, it tends to trigger another big day the following day. You tend to get 2 days in a row. You get one big day down, for example, and it's a 40-point day. The next day is going to be big. This is a 40-point day down. The next day was a fade. So right now we're going to continue to watch this action here, but it's building out in a way where a bigger move could be coming. Price has currently developed a very tiny range right now below the previous week's low price of 1803.40. Above that price will squeeze this thing back up, but failing to get back above 1803.40 or 1805s opens up a continuation to the downside, as this thing could elongate into the next key level below, which is 1760. Alright, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.